the KOD Show podcast. Got the usual cast of characters here. So it's been an interesting week in the world of professional wrestling. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from last Wednesday in an interesting AEW Dynamite with introducing a new title and a battle royal, the casino battle royal with a who's who of AEW wrestlers. So I'm gonna let James. I'm gonna let you lead off on this. Talk about Dynamite from last week.
All right, so Dynamite was very interesting. Starting off with the Battle Royal. I mean, it's not much to say. I don't have an issue with who won, but my issue is having him fight Mox. If you want to showcase Kyle O'Reilly in singles competition, which every now and then is cool to see that dude, don't have him fight, quote unquote, one of your top guys. So it would have been kind of cool to see Andrade get a push, or maybe have someone else, Malachi Black, come out of there. If one thing I will give the other company the E credit for at times when adversity or challenges rises. My bad. One thing I would give WWE credit for, when everything's on the table and when we least expect somebody to win, they'll pull that trump card out. But the Battle Royal was okay. I did catch the Thunder Rosa match as well. I do agree with Thunder Rosa being upset, but she was also very stiff in that match at times.
I heard she was sandbagging in that match. Apparently,
yeah. I would have to go back and watch, but I definitely you can kind of see like she was just like, oh well, I'm the champion. And I don't want to take too much time, but the Wardlow promo, I feel like AEW in general, a lot of their spots, the show, when it's written down, makes sense on paper, but maybe have Wardlow open the show and do that promo. He's off the hottest win of his young career. I don't even have a problem with him going after TNT title. Nice little mid-card title, but you just have him cut this random promo, I want to say like, an hour into the show?
Yeah. And
then they come out and say first he goes after Dan Lambert, and then I can't think of the other guy. They talk about the court papers, so none of it made sense. But I know Bryce watches it too, so I ain't going to steal his thunder.
Go ahead, Bryce.
Okay, so we started off the show with a casino battle royal. I don't believe out of most of the people in that match, most of those people are not world champion material. So that right off the jump was not believable or credible. Keith Lee been there for a few months. They put him in a tag team with Swerve, and there was a spot in the match where Swerve was on the outside. Keith Lee could have eliminated him, but they didn't even tease it. Like, he helped that man get back in the match. To then later, like, Swerve dumped that man out and made him look foolish. So I wonder, are they about to break them up, even though they ain't been together that long, or what's about to happen? I like the Joker in the match being Andrade. I really think he probably should have won. Either him or Wheeler Yuta, just to make it the main event interesting. Not as predictable, but based on the winner, it was pretty predictable.
This is all predictable.
Yeah.
Which I guess sometimes predictable isn't bad, but this is all predictable.
Yeah, and it's just the match itself. It didn't have any of like the top tier AEW guys. I mean, of course, Punk wouldn't be in the match, but like Bryan Danielson, not there. Samoa Joe, not there. Adam Cole's not in it. Hangman Page ain't in it. Wardlow ain't in it. Of course, MJF ain't in it. So it's just like, okay, well, you just threw a bunch of people together, put them on a show. This is what you got out of it. So, like I said, with the winner of it, they just kind of made it very predictable. I'm trying to think anything else really happened in that match. Not really that I care to discuss.
Yeah.
Then I think on the show was that title, the All Atlantic Pacific.
Somebody didn't pass geography
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
in elementary school.
So yeah, it's another title. I feel like now, having a singles title in AEW. Again, it's everybody gonna have a belt. It's just
Value titles.
To me, it's to the point.
It's
now,
a wrestling
it's
fan's dream.
Just introducing another belt. Like I feel like they already struggle to put belts on pay-per-views. You know what I mean? Just from every belt they have on their show, from the TNT to the world title to now this title to their tag titles to the women's title to the TBS title to the whatever that belt is. Ricky Starks got FTW.
ROH.
And then you have all like those Ring of Honor titles, any other promotions they work with. So it's just like everybody has a title now, and it's like not really that important. And I think at some point in the show, Hangman Page said it's more than one world title. So like that's devaluing the world title on the show that he's on.
Correct.
So it's just like, again,
correct.
What is the point of all this? It was at some point they aired like a promo for Thunder Rosa's match, and like the lead up to it, it was really weird. Marina Shafir, I don't know what she learned at NXT, but I know she won't pass. I don't even know how she was there that long. She looks like she literally was just signed. Has no clue how to talk, no clue how to wrestle. The match itself, like, she looked terrible. Thunder Rosa didn't help her at all, like try to cover up or really sell or do anything. It looked really bad. Like,
it also means that just because your husband can wrestle doesn't mean you can either.
Basically.
You know what I think about when you say that?
Brie Bella.
She's the prime example of this.
Buddy Matthews, I think he had his first singles match, I believe, in AEW.
Yeah, it was.
And he lost.
For this Thrown Together. So now there's a tournament for this Thrown Together title.
Which was weird, is that you announce the title and then you have a tournament ready to go, like, that night. I don't know why you wouldn't wait. I mean, is anybody really asking for this title? No. Everybody been asking for trios titles. So
also in that video pack, one of the video packs introducing the title, Tony Schiavone called Tony Khan a visionary. So I don't know if Tony signed off on Khan signed off on that, but he's calling himself a visionary already.
Yes. Bro, look what he's doing for professional wrestling. Look how many people he's employing. Look at all the talent AEW built prior to signing all this new talent. I'm not going to say WWE guys, just to sign all this new talent. Look what they did from where they started to where they are now. Look at all the names that they developed.
It's just a little sketch. You call yourself a visionary on your TV show. That's a little. That's a warning.
His numbers, man. Look at his numbers. I guarantee you can go tweet him right now, and he'll get back to you with a response faster than the Jeff Hardy incident. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, what's my guy, man? Will Ospreay. He showed up.
Yes.
Which was a big deal. And then
you wouldn't know it was a big deal by the way they debuted him, but
yeah, even more. I know we didn't get to Rampage yet, but he lost on Rampage.
Yeah.
If those are not familiar with Will Ospreay, he's the guy Seth Rollins called broke.
Yeah. Called him broke.
Hangman, he had a match with David Finlay. Okay, good match. But Hangman is wanting to go get the world title at New Japan. Adam Cole, I guess, wants the same thing. Oh, I forgot about those belts as well. The Owen Hart belts that are not defended, but they carry him around for whatever reason.
Yeah, whatever reason.
Of course, that Wardlow promo. I want to fight CM Punk, but I don't want to get a guaranteed shot to fight CM Punk. I'd rather go fight for another title, and he's supposed to fight like 20 security guards or something next week.
Tonight,
already. I mean, he was a made man literally 2 weeks ago, and he looks like a complete joke. I mean, like, I wouldn't give him
already
something this convoluted to explain why you weren't in a match. Just simply say, I don't think I'm ready for this right now. I want to work my way up to this.
Then you have to explain why Tony Khan put him wanting to, and nobody really knows.
Right. I still to this day, I don't understand how he was ranked if he just got signed on Sunday and he was ranked number 1 just a few weeks ago. But yeah.
And that's why I said I would rather him open the show.
Yeah. That, or like I said, just find another reason. Whatever reasoning they gave him, it's just it's not working for him.
Right.
Like already in a few weeks, they've killed the momentum that he had.
Not shocking.
We had that backstage with the triangle ladder match that's supposed to happen next week. Again,
we can go ahead and transition to that. So Isaiah, you.
Okay.
Not nice to hear from you. So there was supposed to be a triangle ladder match tonight on Dynamite, but your boy Jeff Hardy was arrested on. Somebody help me out.
Sunday or no Monday morning.
Monday morning. Does anybody remember what he blew?
Yes.
Go ahead,
294, and on the second reading it was 0.291.
So yes, Isaiah.
Over 3 times the legal limit. So
your boy Jeff Hardy was arrested. So he's out of the triangle ladder match tonight. So how do you feel about your boy Jeff Hardy, his incident?
First things first, welcome to the KOD podcast. I am one of the top 4 podcasters here. I am Big Hurst, the chocolate one, Nia Jack's favorite piece of candy. Listen, y'all gotta wake up. Y'all might need some Hardy juice. Y'all looking all kind of, I know it's been a long Wednesday. Anyway,
man, I'm sorry. We were waiting on you, and then we fell asleep.
Yo, hold on. You know what's crazy? The whole time, the technical difficulty, it was my fault because I had my Bluetooth on to my AirPods that's in the car. So that was my bad. I figured that out as I was resetting up. But
I'm sorry. I got it. But before you get to Jeff Hardy, and I'm sorry. We get a text in the group chat on Friday night.
Yeah.
Isaiah texts, I just met Ant-Man. Okay. So everybody's like, so what do you mean you met Ant-Man?
Yo,
and it took him 10 minutes to really respond. He never really clarified. So Isaiah, did you meet Ant-Man or not?
Let me clarify. Maybe this story will wake everybody up.
Thank you.
Right. So it's Friday. I'm out of town. I'm in New York, and me and the family we're in Brooklyn, New York. We're going to this park by the pier. It's called Dumbo, right? So they have about. Hey, that's what it's called. It's by a pier. It's a beautiful park. It has about 6 soccer fields, and we're walking down one of the side blocks in Brooklyn with a whole bunch of brownstones. It's like real historic looking. It's really dope. So I'm out there. We're just walking in the street, and we passed by this little hole in the wall restaurant. And as we crossed the street, it was just one of those moments. Like I'm walking, and it's like I look to my left. And as I'm looking to my left, I just see him shrinking right there. I'm like, holy crap, it's Paul Rudd. It's freaking Ant-Man. And I'm like, oh, shoot. And I'm like, yo, it's Ant-Man. So I'm like, Lilo, come here. She's like, what? I'm like, yo, it's Ant-Man. She's like, who? I'm like, it's Ant-Man. She like, does he sell drugs or something? What's wrong with you? I'm like, no. So my son, he notices his Ant-Man. He wants to run over it. I'm like, yo, you gotta be cool. You just can't be running up on people in New York like that, pimpin'. You know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, a few minutes go by. We trying to get up that courage to go say hello, and then he was waiting for a table. So he ended up going and sitting down at his table. And at that point, we just decided not to approach or try to give people their privacy when they are not working. So, but yeah, met Ant-Man. Pretty cool.
Thank you for the story. You could not say that.
See, I was clapping because you said you respected his privacy.
Thank you.
That's why I was clapping.
You gotta respect people's privacy because you know, I'm a large black guy walking up to a guy who shrinks and like asking him for a photo and stuff like that. So I didn't want to do all that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you for the story because you had us confused on Friday night. So
my bad.
Thank you for giving us some clarity on that text message. We appreciate it.
Yeah. You're welcome. But back to the topic at hand, as we were talking about with Jeff Hardy. Last time, I think it was the official episode, Milkman wasn't here, and I had said that I had nothing but positive. Lilo's like right here. I said I had nothing but positive things to say about Jeff Hardy. I said I refused to say anything negative about him. So I will just say this. Growing up, in New York, one of the very first tag teams I ever watched was the Hardy Boys. And Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, they go hand in hand with my childhood. And I love Jeff Hardy to death. I think he has some demons he really needs to work out. However, I do feel like, I will say this, because he said on the podcast, the Broken Skull podcast with Stone Cold, that after he mows his lawn, he should be able to have a beer. And I respect that. I do. However, there always has to be a limit to what you do, what you consume, how you consume. Because blowing 2-point whatever is just a no in any area. And I wish Jeff nothing but the best. Because bro was tweaking, man. You can't be out here just, drinking a whole pint of Fifth and thinking ain't nothing gonna happen. Let there have been some melatonin in his skin, you know what I'm saying? Or some, what is it, melanin? Yeah, let there have been some melanin in his skin. He would have really went to sleep, boy.
My man said, let it be some sleep in his skin.
Yo, Jeff, you gotta do better, Phil. I'm telling you, yo. And also, it looks like Rebby Hardy's her wish came true. She did not want them to be in that ladder match, and they're not in the ladder match. Thank God, because Jeff probably would have done something that he has no business doing. Credit to Across the Pond, the Pond to River. They protected him, gave him solid matches to make him look like he was still a great, credible athlete, which I believe he still is. He's just trying to keep up with Generation Me. And really should be no.
He should at this point.
He shouldn't have to. He's done everything.
But doesn't that fit the whole AEW persona? A pop, no matter your age. Like, think about it. They bring in people, and even if they brought in Goldberg today, TK will want. Oh God, they do a spear.
Wait a minute. What happened?
Are they bringing who?
I said Goldberg. I'm saying the example. They brought in Goldberg.
They bet not.
No, I'm saying I was about to say. I'm saying, like, doesn't that fit the AEW persona? They're bringing in guys who are hot for a pop.
Goldberg, listen, the last time Goldberg was creditable was when he played in The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler. That's the last time I believed anything that man could do.
That was a great movie.
That's my point. That was the last credible thing he ever did.
But at this point with Jeff Hardy, like, I think WWE saw this and they kind of cut down on the crazy stuff. But at some point, shouldn't you protect the performer from himself? Because in his mind, he's always going to think he can still do what he did, 15, 20 years ago. But
exactly, you need to protect people from themselves,
right?
Like you just said. But at the same time, it's like the Stat Boy ain't about nothing like that. He's looking for the ratings. Unfortunately, it's crazy because we don't know these people personally. You know what I'm saying? They actually could be good people and mean well, but the actions have to justify the means. You can't put a 43-year-old person. How old is Jeff? 43, 45? He's been doing this since he was 16. Like, come on, you gotta slow him down for himself. He's been doing this since he was 16. You want him to live to be 75, at least 80. But after that stunt he pulled the other day, he'd be lucky if he made it another day.
Yeah, so obviously Tony Khan put out a statement. Basically, obviously saying that we were able. Apparently, they couldn't get in contact with him, obviously because he was locked up. They got in contact with him. They don't condone. It's James' favorite word. Alleged behavior. They've made it clear they're going to get him able to help. They're going to get him help. Apparently, he has agreed to said help. And he is suspended until he completes the rehab process. So, Bryce, what do you think about that statement?
You left off the last part. And maintains his sobriety.
Oh, it maintains his sobriety. Yes, I was.
And of course, if anyone needs help, here's the information. Here's a hotline. Yeah, I thought that statement. Actually, I'll start with the statement. I thought that statement was garbage. I thought it was garbage because Tony Khan will respond faster to criticism than he will situations like this. From the different allegations for people on his roster, he is very slow to come out and say anything. I understand wanting to talk to Jeff and understand what's happening. But at the same time, it shouldn't take you that long to put out a fluffer kind of statement. You can't say that you talked to him and he has alleged behavior. There's a reason, that you're unable to speak to him. This is not alleged. This is video. Video evidence of this has come out. Like, this is material. This is fact. This is not alleged. This ain't the first time this has happened to Jeff. This is the third time since 2018.
Yeah, so third time in 10 years.
And it's like the third time in like 5 years. Because he had a DUI 2018, had a DUI 2019.
Hey, remember my man he got arrested for what? Drunken disorderly conduct in South Carolina, and he took that photo on the balcony, and he was like, "Thank you, Myrtle Beach."
Oh yeah, that's true.
That was the greatest.
I didn't even.
In the world.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. But yo, guys, I hate to do it to you, but we can't help Jeff. Only Jeff can help Jeff.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I would like to bring you on up to speed on some current events that I just found out. We have a new 2-time AEW Tag Team Champions, Bert and Ernie.
Come on, bro.
The Young Bucks.
Why you didn't save this for next week,
bro? This is when we say the Kings of Dysfunction. This is
yes.
This is
bro.
it.
We'll dive into that.
Nobody wants to talk about them for more than 5 minutes, at least.
Yeah, I was trying to see if anybody was done with the Jeff Hardy stuff.
I mean, I had some things.
He's drunk. Jeff Hardy's drunk right now.
Stop it,
bro. Chill.
James, go ahead and finish this out before this guy says anything else.
Go ahead, Bryce. Go ahead.
But yeah, it's just it's not really a lot we can do. Even the people around him, I don't really think his brother or wife or any of those people are responsible for his actions. They can try to help, but it's only so much help you can give him. You know what I mean? He was offered this same rehab just 6 months ago and didn't think it was a problem. Saw no issue with his behavior, leaving through the crowd. His entrance to AEW was a mockery of his exit from WWE. They're condoning his lifestyle and his behavior and continuing to put him in dangerous matches. I don't know if alcohol is a numbing device for him, but it's something that needs to be taken serious. And
definitely. And this is not us blaming AEW for his problems. This is just when a guy has a history and he does something like what he did, like you kind of have to put, like, you can't just make fun of it because you have to put everything on the table. So
you got to protect him from himself.
You
know what I mean? Put him in good positions, but don't put him in dangerous positions.
Put him in good,
I don't need to see Jeff
and
Hardy
that's
doing
what
crazy
AEW kind
stunts
of
like
did
once a month.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be okay if I never see Jeff Hardy wrestle again, and that's just out of concern.
Yeah, I mean, I said that from just a regular tag match that they had against the Bucks at Double or Nothing. That it was hard to watch that match, and even in that match, he's still trying to take big bumps and take big risks, and I just don't understand why.
Apparently, Matt blamed that on a concussion. Apparently, so
he would know. He wrestled with a concussion during the match. They let him wrestle,
and even though no one's responsible for Jeff. When you sit back and look at some of the things that was put out, with Matt and the Young Bucks making fun of his release, with Matt enabling him, when a person has a problem, and you hear, everybody saying get help, and you may in the back of your mind know you need help, but someone close to you, someone you trust, like you trust Matt Hardy and the Bucks, and they're saying, "Oh, it's fine. Come on over here, man." You're gonna say when you're in his shoes, one can only think like, "Oh, I don't have a problem." And, AEW, well, I'm not going to just say AEW, just in general, making fun of the situation on his exit, on the Being Elite podcast, and Jeff Hardy, it was brewing. And one thing about a person, when they have whatever it is, substance abuse, alcohol abuse, it's only a matter of time until they get the help they need. So I echo your words. I hope he's getting the help he needs. I will be fine when not seeing Jeff wrestle again. My fear is TK put out that statement that we're going to see Jeff again. I just hope he can handle it when he comes back.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's basically, get well, Jeff Hardy. Take care of yourself. Don't rush him back. And just at this point, just hope for the best. So any more thoughts on AEW? Anybody? Apparently they're new tag team champions. Apparently, the Young Bucks.
Our first live update.
But at this point, I'm gonna be honest. Thank you for breaking news and not running it by the host first. But that's okay.
You literally found out the moment I found out.
Yeah, but never mind, man. So the Young Bucks win the tag titles. I don't know who was clamoring for this. I don't think anybody really cares.
That's what happens when you're an EVP.
But so they had tried to keep themselves like early on. You noticed they were losing a lot early on because they were trying to keep themselves out of it because they didn't want to give the appearance of like EVPs winning titles. But I mean, if they're one of your top acts, they've got to win. So I don't necessarily have a problem with them being champions.
When AEW first launched, they have a good tag team division. What has happened? Like,
what you mean?
Top to bottom, that tag teams are legit.
They have great tag
teams.
But
I don't know if they're credible, dog. I don't know if they're credible now. Like
Private Party, I think this is what you're speaking like private.
Jobbers.
So based off last week, look at these rankings.
So the Brian Daniels and John Moxley. Oh no!
Hey, that's like a 5 seed in the NCAA tournament. They've been 5 seed on the line all year, and then they jumped to number 1.
See, look,
Had him
if
on
I
the-
would
and
not
had
have
him
said
on the sideline.
anything, we would not have that real funny moment right there. How the heck did the 5 seed just beat the number 1 seed?
But we still
We
would
know
have
how
a
the
nice
number
lead.
3 look. We know how the number 3 seed lost because they had the Hardy juice, but the number 5 seed just—that's ridiculous.
Hey man,
Hey, bro, I can't wait till we talk about this
I
next
thought you
week.
would get reprimanded for saying some ill stuff about the Hardys. What happened? What happened to that?
Hardy, I said y'all.
She closed the door.
I said
Hey, bro, she
y'all.
closed the door.
None of us has slandered Jeff Hardy except for you.
I haven't either.
You've came close. Like you came.
I haven't. It's Hardy juice. What do you want me to say? Like,
Hey, bro, you ain't get.
And let's move on.
All
right,
bro, you ain't got a lot. She went to bed.
All right, so AEW, anybody, final thoughts? No? All right, so
They need booking. They need a Bruce Pritchard or somebody.
What was that dude's name?
They don't need Bruce Pritchard.
What was my man's name? Who used to work for WCW? No,
Oh, Pat Buck?
No, he almost took him into the
I don't know.
ground.
huh?
What was his name? He worked on Impact too.
Vince
You
Russo?
talking about Cornette?
Russo, yeah, they need him.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Hey, bro, every week, bro.
See what happened when Vince Russo got when Vince wasn't there to veto Vince Russo. See what happened with Vince Russo after that? No. Let's no. Okay.
Hey, then my man Cornette can go on a rant.
Oh, brother, have they fought yet?
Nope. But listen, I would love to see. I would pay. I would pay for that.
Right now, we're saying that Jim Cornette, we will pay Vince Russo to see you all fight.
Pay per view.
Yeah, I think Jim Cornette will pay Vince Russo to fight too. I think that's what I've heard before.
He will. He's
I think he
offering
did
money.
say that.
All right, so moving on to Friday Night SmackDown. Guess what? Roman Reigns is coming back to work.
He said he got to leave his island.
Days.
Wait. My man said, I got to leave the private island, get on the private yacht to get to the private plane just to smash this clown. Straight money.
Does anybody remember the last time we've seen Roman Reigns on TV?
I do.
Go.
Whenever we thought of greatness.
No. Well, my actual question
I'm going to take a stab.
Thank you, James, for answering the question.
I'm going to take a stab and say, was it a tag team unification?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was a month ago?
Yeah,
I'm not mad at Roman here. It's just
it's coming up on a month.
No, but does it feel like it though?
So they unified the titles to try to get him on both shows. But I think since they unified the titles, he's been on like
2 episodes in a row?
Maybe 2 episodes of Raw. And like
Maybe
3 or 4 episodes of SmackDown.
No, he's been on more SmackDowns. He's been on like 5.
No.
But he was on SmackDown for like 3 straight weeks right after
Just the unification? Yeah.
Yeah,
the unification because remember
May I just say this?
Yes.
Roman being off TV, hear me out, has led to making everyone else step their game up.
Yeah, but we go back to the part-time champion that everybody hated a couple years ago.
Yep.
So now we're back
Okay.
to that.
Okay.
I don't know why they unified the like I just again, I love Roman. I'm a huge Roman fan. I'm happy to see him back to work.
Wait a minute. Since when have you been a Roman fan?
Since the heel turn, brother. So
Because I remember.
hey man,
Hold up. Because I remember.
Bruh.
don't you remember?
Bryce.
I can edit this. I can have
Bryce.
this edited out.
Just Bryce. Bryce. I remember this man throwing the ultimate fit. What pay-per-view was that before because we went to 35, right? What pay-per-view was that at your house where
It had to be the Rumble on it.
Roman came back and he did something. He did something. He came back.
Okay.
And
So
Blake
put
was
the
like,
description.
I can't stand that mofo. And I'm like, bro, he just beat cancer. And Blake was like, oh, he should have lost.
Yo, chill, bro. I don't think he can say that.
You're right. I don't.
Yo,
Okay, so I remember me and you getting going on back and forth.
you remember where we was at, right? We was at Bryce's old crib,
Yeah,
right?
I remember the back and forth. I don't remember anything about me saying he should lose after he got cancer. I don't remember that. I didn't see that.
Bro, hey,
Yo, hold on, but Blake,
the FC,
let me paint the
FCC
picture though.
would jump on
That's
here right
when
now.
we wasn't vibing like that. So we was like going head to head with everything. So I know you didn't mean it, but you probably meant it to get at me.
No, I remember you. I think this was WrestleMania 34, the one with God, yeah, because that's the one with him and Brock that went to like after midnight. That's the I think it was there. So that was pre-cancer.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say that the cancer was like that was like October, because I feel like we were supposed to go to Raw or something,
Mm-hmm.
or it was like the week after he announced it, and then they came like here.
Yeah. So
yeah, it was. They came the week after they announced it, because that was the show. I think we got Brock Lesnar, we got DX, we got Undertaker.
Yeah, it was an
the
episode of Raw before they went to Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah.
So
that's why I'm saying I know it was like October.
Right. So to clarify my stance on Roman, I think it was more of the booking of Roman than it was actual Roman himself.
Yeah.
But,
okay. My apologies to the KOD Nation.
Hey.
Blake Dela Cruz loves Roman Reigns.
Out. Ain't nothing but love, brother. Ain't nothing but love. But I think the issue was the booking of him and the way he was scripted. So when he came back and turned heel, like it just turned to 180. It's just you can see like the difference in him, whether he's like now he's just like he don't really care. His swag is just different. So and then he wins all the time. So you know you can talk all this crap and you still win. And you gave yourself head of the table, the tribal chief.
Yeah, no more succotash or whatever it was.
Yeah, see that.
The big dog
makes a difference. So, that's my stance on Roman. I'm a huge Roman Reigns fan now. So they just had to switch up the character.
I've always been a huge Roman fan. Just
props to you. Props to you. You're one of the good ones.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that. If I could find the photo, I would, but I'm pretty sure I can't. Met him at WrestleMania 29 with He Who Shall Not Be Named. You ain't paying me back yet, goddamn.
Oh.
Why you bring that man up? Don't
this
do
is
that man like that.
Brandon, so I have no idea what they're talking about.
Come on, bro. You know we can't bring up freeloaders on here.
Yo, you got to chill. Milkman.
Hey, bro. Hey,
You know
it's
he
a shoe
watching.
fit.
You know that person watching.
I am in
Anyway.
outer space. I have no idea what's happening.
Thank God. Thank God.
So let's get back on track here before somebody gets in trouble. So
So we're on SmackDown.
So Riddle beat Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn's great, by the way.
Amazing.
Clap it up for Sami Zayn.
So Riddle beat Sami Zayn. The stip was if Riddle beat Sami Zayn, then he would get a shot at Roman. So obviously he beat Sami. So now it's on to this Friday. Riddle reigns undisputed Universal Heavyweight title. There's too many names in the title. So I guess we all kind of know what's going to happen, but how do you think it all plays out ultimately? Bryce, I'll go to Bryce. I'll get this guy a breakdown here.
I don't know. I just know Roman winning. That's all I know. All I know, Roman's going to win. They'll probably, since he's showing up to work, get all they can out of him. So we'll probably get a promo to start the show from him, since he blessed us with his presence. And, like always, open SmackDown with a promo, and that'll be the main event or whatever. That's pretty much it. I thought this match was going to be like at Money in the Bank, but I guess not because it's not a stadium show anymore. But I mean,
yeah, and Roman don't play small houses no more.
Yeah, that don't work for me, brother.
So you
Roman only hits the big towns now, brother.
Facts, bro. Like they're like, we're taking this out of Allegiant Stadium. Roman's like,
then you just took Roman Reigns off your show.
Yeah.
And what can you do?
I'll see you when I see y'all. I got this unlimited.
I'll see y'all in Nashville. I see y'all in Nashville.
Facts. James, how do you? I mean, obviously, like I said, Roman wins. Do you think? Obviously, the match is going to be good.
I mean, it could be. That Riddle had. I mean, we knew it was in Riddle. Anyone that saw him in NXT knew he could go. Fell out of Vince's favor. I mean, how much wonder is when Randy Orton gets behind you and takes you under his wing? Like, so kudos to Randy Orton for seeing something in Riddle and wanting to work with him. But it could be a good match. But like we all in agreement, this now depends on what Roman wants to do. If Roman wants it, I mean, Roman will come to work when he's at work. But, I think I'm eager to see this. There are a few finishes that could happen. I think we could get a surprise of Randy Orton coming back. I don't think they're going to turn him on Riddle, but hey, throw a little flair in the match. You're going to have the Usos interfering. So they're going to try to interfere to help Roman.
There's a rumored Orton Reigns SummerSlam match, so
that is the rumor I'm hearing as well. So he could come back and try to help Riddle win. He could come back and cause him the match and say, I want Roman. But, I mean, we ultimately know Roman's going to win. Right. I think it's just a matter of how.
Hirsch, anything to say about Tribal Chief?
Just that he's everything I knew he was since day one.
So you've been down since day one.
Correct. You couldn't see because that's how high the ones go up in the air. But just so you know, Roman gonna win. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be Riddle's best match, like ever, in my opinion. And Riddle has put on some really dope matches. I saw Riddle versus what's his name? Dude that used to be Undisputed Era.
Adam Cole.
No.
Bobby Fish.
No.
Kyle O'Reilly.
Definitely not.
Roderick Strong.
Roderick Strong.
Yeah, I saw that live in it was somewhere near Charlotte.
Yeah,
and that was a straight banger. Like it was a live show, and they went for like a good 25-minute match. That was a dope match. I always believed
Roderick
in
Strong, man.
Yo, he doesn't get enough credit. He really doesn't. But I think Riddle and Roman are gonna have a great match. I think a TV match that's not pay-per-view, I think it'll go 15 minutes. Maybe, my opinion. I don't see Randy coming back. And then as the rumors for Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns, I don't want to see that again because they're both at two different points in their career. I think the person who needs the match most of all, which I'm pretty sure is not going to happen, is the Phenomenal One. I think I would like to see him in the title picture again. If anything, I don't see Randy turning on Riddle. I see Riddle turning on Randy and giving us that side of Riddle that everybody wants. The angry, aggravated, like upset Riddle. Like you guys said, like Randy Orton did everything he could. So the only thing to do, because if you think about it, Riddle's like the new Viper. The only thing for the new Viper to do is strike how a Viper would strike.
Yeah, there's some avenues they can go there. So we got to get Roman a SummerSlam match. Like, so
I say AJ Styles, hands down, because it's even going to be AJ.
I think it's going to
be. You don't have Cody. Edge is still finding out who he is after a 10-year break. Don't care about Finn and the Judgment Day. Or you could go Seth. If you go Seth, I mean, that's a guaranteed sellout. But then most likely he'll win the Money in the Bank. So why not go AJ? Get people to come through. Give AJ a string of matches.
I just think the biggest match they could probably do is Randy, because they're trying to put off Drew. So how they're going to successfully put off Drew for another like month and a half?
But I mean, he already said that's when he wanted to challenge for the title.
Yeah, so it was like, what is that? That's again, we talk about this every week. That's September.
Yeah, yep. It's early September.
They've got to get through SummerSlam.
Yeah, September 3rd.
Yeah, and Randy is just the biggest name you could probably go with without pulling out. I don't know who you even pull out at this point. You're not pulling out Dwayne right now. And then nobody like her said that Edge got his own thing going on. Seth's been losing too much, so he can't.
Chill, Seth Rollins. Even
we just
with
got that match.
Losses, he is still Triple H's right hand, and I like hands down. The only other person that Triple H handpicked and was wrong about was Samoa Joe. That's only because Samoa Joe gets hurt so much. But Triple H literally passed the legacy to the perfect person. He is the epitome of Triple H and Shawn Michaels put together.
Yeah, he's Seth Rollins. I can't say enough good things about Seth Rollins. Bryce, there's a promo here on this show, SmackDown, that you brought to our attention from Lacey Evans. Do you want to discuss this?
Oh, you want to go with that one? Okay. I didn't know if you was going to that one or the other one.
We'll hit that one too, because that was among the worst promos I've ever heard. But yeah.
Yeah, Lacey Evans. I loved it. No clue what's happening with her. She's on SmackDown. She's on Raw. I don't think she was ever a heel. Like, I know people say, like, oh, it's reported she's supposed to be a heel. But, like, I don't remember her doing anything heelish or anything like that. But they just, I don't know, they're trying to figure out where to put her. Raw, SmackDown, what's going to work the best. So she cut a promo and said something about she might not be as good as Xia Li, but Xia Li is not better than her. That to me just reeked of like, you're half the man that I am, and I have half the brain that you do. Like, what did you just say? You just said a lot, and it's confusing, and it don't make any sense.
Do you
It's
think
like
she messed up a line?
0.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro, what did... I don't even know how to take that. I don't even remember what she said in the first half of her promo. I was fine in the first half, but then the last half, like, it lost me. And I don't remember nothing
They
she
had
said
us in the first half, Coach.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a bad feeling she's going to win Money in the Bank.
Who?
I don't.
Who?
Yeah, I don't think so.
They've been wanting to push her for. They've been wanting to push her for years.
No, I don't think so.
I have a bad
She just
feeling.
got a good story.
I feel like Money in the Bank. I know we're gonna talk about this probably in a week or 2 weeks.
Or right now, if I get the chance.
Nah.
No.
Bro. What you gonna do? You gonna do predictions right now?
No. No. We're not discussing Money in the Bank now. I'm just saying because she had a Money in the Bank qualifier, she won. I don't know who else they're gonna put in the match, but I got a feeling that they're so high on her for some reason.
Yeah, they
will give it to her.
I know so far they put
Liv
Alexa
and,
Bliss and Liv Morgan so
Yeah.
far.
I'm sure Oscar's gonna get in.
Yeah, because
I
her Becky.
don't think so. Well,
Yeah,
she might.
her Becky on Monday night. Winner gets into Money in the Bank.
Oh,
I think
okay,
Becky's gonna either gonna do like get into a wild card or some kind of stipulation, or she's gonna take somebody's spot.
Oh, I got one.
So I do think you'll see Becky have Money in the Bank.
I got one.
Yes, Isaiah.
I think. Why you keep calling me Isaiah for?
Man, what do you want me to call you, man? I call you Isaiah, you complain. I call you Hirsch, you complain.
Oh, me Hirsch. It's Hirsch.
All right, man. Got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, on Twitter, @AngryManBrandon.
I'm not angry. People just make me this way.
Okay. I think Becky Lynch is gonna get in through a qualifier, and she's gonna dress like a luchador.
So
I mean, they haven't pulled that out in a while.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, yo, they haven't done that in a while. Like, it's just random.
They haven't done that in a while.
That would fit
We
kind of
overdue.
what Becky's doing now. I can kind of see that. So whoever wins Money in the Bank, I hope they take the belt off for Rhonda Rousey. She cut one of the worst promos of the year. Her notable quotes are, Shotzi, I don't even remember. Does anybody remember?
Hey,
Shotzi said she was a title
show.
Shotzi.
Title Shotzi. I think she said on skis.
Yeah, and then when
ski.
Yeah, she said you want a title shot ski or a title Shotzi. And then she was like, yeah. And then she's like, okay, well, you're on skis.
Yeah.
Bro.
She's
That's
so
like that
bad.
unpopular mother who's trying to be young, but from 2003.
Yeah.
All she needs is some bell bottoms and some platform shoes.
I don't know if they're trying
Pull
to
up in a
make
minivan.
people forget about Roman Reigns' bad promos back in the day by having Rousey cut promos every week or
They've got to stop commentary.
That. Just stop. She can't talk.
Her personality. They have to give her the Rey Mysterio treatment. I don't know if y'all remember back in the day where Rey was starting to cut a promo and then somebody would interrupt him.
No, don't. I wouldn't even do that. Give her the kind tie treatment. Let somebody else talk for her. Dub her microphone. Let somebody else get out what she's trying to say. But actually,
it was just one of the worst. It's just one of the worst. Well, they let it go for 2 minutes. It's one of the worst promos I've ever heard. It is.
It was bad.
It was so.
It was bad, and I feel like this goes even higher than WWE. I think Fox is pushing for her to be like on TV and talking because they see her as a face. And Fox is not, Fox cares about the money. And people in WWE are probably even like, we'd rather her just show up and fight.
Which would be the better thing.
We don't want her to talk.
Because she can't. I don't know. I didn't watch many of her. I kind of got to tell in her of UFC. Did she talk much in press conferences and stuff?
To be honest, I don't know. Like, all thing I know is she used to just beat up chicks, and that was it. I never really saw her say much, but Dana White, like, he don't really do promo like that to where you'll know people and try to make them stars because he wants all the money for himself. So I feel like she has a name because she was unbeaten, but after she took them back-to-back L's, her name value is just like whatever. It's like she got a name, but it don't really mean much because she took them 2 L's on her way out. And I feel like her star just ain't as bright as I feel like either WWE or Fox thinks. Like, if this was Rousey from like 5 or 6 years ago, sure. Like when they had, I think it was it WrestleMania, whenever it was in Arizona.
San Francisco. 31, I think.
Or San Francisco, when they had that moment with The Rock.
And when it was in California.
Whenever that was. Yeah. That was like peak, like, oh my God, like if she came right now, this would go crazy. To where like her name lost some value and when she debuted it's cool. But it's like now, no. If she ain't gonna be like in a tag team or have a manager, just stop.
Like you said, just come out, beat up chicks every week, and go about your way.
But that's not babyface. And she has to be liked, because otherwise, if the people don't like her, she's going to go home.
I just want to say Ronda Rousey has the personality of a wet potato. I mean, she's not the only person that can do what she does in the ring. I think Sonya Deville. I'm just saying. I think homegrown is always better. I like what they did with Shayna Baszler. I think she's more believable. She's a performer.
What they did with her in NXT,
Fact.
Exactly. The main roster.
But you remember being through like the Elimination Chamber?
Oh, we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk. That was the worst, and for her to lose. Like that was
terrible.
Yeah, no, the Elimination Chamber was
right.
I like what they did, but
I get that.
Yeah, the booking after
the part, horrible. And then horrible, I think Sonya Deville is like what they want for Lacey Evans, but will never get. Because Sonya Deville can carry a match. She could do a lot of the good things. I like Sonya Deville. I think she's dope. But to jump off topic for just 1 second, it's not too far off topic because I have been watching NXT a little bit more and I've been watching Toxic Attraction, right?
Yes, okay.
And I have to say, no disrespect, James, but the best female wrestler in Toxic Attraction is not Mandy Rose. It's Jessie James.
Bro, you lie.
I'm just saying, like I'm actually watching wrestling.
I mean, you're right.
Just like the wrestling part of it.
My man said I'm studying here, like I'm watching the craft. Like I think I think she's pretty dope, and there's a lot of other people in NXT I'll touch on later that are really dope. But but go back to Rhonda. Rhonda is. You see how? Look, I told you I have an attention disorder. So if something bores me, I can't talk about it. Rhonda bores me. I would rather watch Corey Graves try on socks than watch a Rhonda promo or match. Like, could you picture? Hey, Carmella, look at these socks. They're blue. I don't mind her matches so much. It's just that I wish she would stop I feel like 4 or 5 times a match she asks the crowd the same question.
Are you ready?
Do you guys want an arm? Like,
You want an arm bar?
please stop. Like, just go fight and then leave. Fight and leave. Fight and leave. Like, they have to keep her on because if Roman's not showing, this is a byproduct of Roman not showing up.
Mhm.
If Roman's not showing up, they have to keep her on. If they have to keep her on, then she has to talk. If she has to talk, it's not going to go well. Like, it's just. So please, Roman, bro, just give me 2 Fridays a month. Just give me 2 Fridays a month, Roman. Just 2 Fridays, so we can get Rhonda Rousey off the TV.
Well, that's kind of.
We can't hear James.
We can't hear you, James. You still have your AirPods connected. Yeah, they died. We know. We can see.
James was saying something really profound too. I feel
He
it.
was. He was a scholar and a saint just now.
All right. No,
No.
we had a good thing going.
This is why we're not kid friendly, people.
This is why we're going to remain kid friendly. So yeah, I don't think there was anything else on SmackDown really to discuss. So Raw was, what was on Raw? Oh, basically,
No.
there
Don't.
was something else on SmackDown.
Yes, but I said we missed one important thing on SmackDown:
What's that?
the Intercontinental title.
Ooh.
This is on me. This is on me. So Gunther beat Ricochet,
Yes.
Ooh.
turned that boy inside out.
Walter?
Yes.
Gunther.
His mama named him Walter. I'm gonna call him Walter.
Well, for trademark purposes, I'm going to call him Gunther because Vince called him Gunther.
That's right. Whatever Vince called him is what I'm gonna call him.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently they really love Walter because he was never going to move from Europe to here. Did I call him Walter?
You did.
Mark Fred it. So he was never going to, Gunther was never going to move to the United States. But somehow, some way they worked out something where he moved here. He got in better shape. You know how Vince feels about people that guys are in shape. So the reason for his push is because he's playing ball. So I think he can take this Intercontinental title and keep it for probably for a year at least. So, you know, he's going to run through everybody. RIP to Ricochet in his chest. But
Prince Puma.
go ahead, Bryce.
I just want to make sure we talked about it. That was just brought up because I don't want to gloss over that. That was a key part of SmackDown. It's amazing that when they changed his name and all the backlash and just everything that came from it, and nothing good will happen, and they're going to waste him on the main roster. So far, he's looked amazing.
They've given him the biggest push on any show outside of Cody. They've given him the biggest push.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean,
James, you
he
have
got
anything
the
to say
perfect
about?
thing. He could tag with somebody. He got somebody that can talk for him. He looked great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's believable. It's credible. I love it.
He's tall.
Yeah.
You know, Vince loves tall people.
Gunther makes me want to lose weight. No cap. He makes me want to get
he
rid of my man drugs, my man bags.
He got in shape. I give him credit. He worked hard, and he's seeing the fruits of his labor. Sky's the limit now.
Oh yeah, there.
They said they saw Gunther down in Disney Springs with Timberlands on.
Huh?
They said Gunther was spotted in Disney Springs with Timberlands on.
I can almost believe that. I don't know whether that's true or not, but I can believe it.
They say Gunther had a Puerto Rican accent. he's dancing bachata.
Think about it. This kind of segues from my last segment. You got a person, they put a mouthpiece with him, and he's very believable. Who knew?
But here's the thing. But Gunther, he can talk. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I'm just saying to add layers to him.
Oh, yeah, facts,
Mm-hmm.
yes. But hopefully this just, like I said, he keeps the belt for a year.
I just hope it's on pay-per-view. When was the last time the Intercontinental title was on a pay-per-view?
That's not Ricochet's fault. He could have been on pay-per-view.
Bro, he had the belt for like a couple of months.
Yeah, not him.
It's not him problem.
It's not. He could have been on a pay-per-view. You just have to give him the opponent, the right opponent. He could have been on pay-per-view.
Well, I mean, Ricochet's getting his girl taken by Shanky, so what does that really matter?
Lilo said Shanky looks like Roman Reigns from Wish. Every time she sees him, she says it like 6 times a minute, and I just be like, "Yo, leave Shanky alone."
Yo, what's the deal with that? They build these dudes to be like strong when they debuted with gender. Now Shanky out here dance offs and.
No, bro, he been doing silly stuff from the jump. I don't know if you remember because this was very brief. It was a 1-week thing, but when Hit Row came up and they had that issue with gender.
Hit Row?
I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, yeah, I do now. I do.
So, like, in the beginning,
forgot about that.
Like, he was just kind of beating down people, but, like, once he moved to SmackDown, it's just been pretty much him having fun.
Yeah.
And Jinder Mahal, one of Bryce's favorite world champions ever.
Yes.
He's mine, too. You don't hinder gender.
Don't hinder the gender.
I want to talk to my people in my language because I can.
Yo, that run was very underrated. WWE just backed himself.
No, we're not gonna do that. No,
bro, that run was underrated. They did right by that dude.
My man had the same match for 4 straight months. No,
they gave this man a big win in like a fatal 4-way or something, a battle royal, whatever it was, and he beat Randy Orton, and then he won every match for like 6 months the exact same way.
Hey, same brothers interfere. Hits him with the what's the finisher move name?
The Colossus.
And then that was.
Hey, you gotta respect the Colossus.
I know. I will not.
Did they realize
the Colossus? Brock Lesnar didn't. Brock was like, no.
They got the Survivor Series, and Brock Lesnar said this ain't happening. They said, "Oh yeah, you're right. All right, quick."
This doesn't work for me, pal.
Yeah. All right, get AJ on the line. Hey, pal, can you do me a favor real quick?
Yeah, but that match he had with AJ was amazing. A million times better than what it would have been with Jinder. So shout out to whoever took the title off, who decided to take the title off of Jinder, because that was.
Hey, which one was better, the Brock versus AJ or the Brock versus Bryan Danielson?
Brock versus AJ.
I would say AJ.
I'm gonna go Danielson.
Right, I was about to say, I watched the Danielson joint. I was afraid. Them suplexes in the beginning, I thought for sure he was dumped on his head and was gonna, never wrestle again. Basically.
No, I mean I'm glad that Danielson got that match because I know that's a match because that was the match they were supposed to go to after Danielson won the title at 30. They were eventually going to go to Lesnar, I think, at SummerSlam that year. Mm-hmm. But he had that net thing, obviously. So I'm actually glad he got that match. They came back to it. Mm-hmm. But that was I think if I remember, it was just a really weird worked match because I think they were both kind of heels.
They were. But
weird
Bryan Danielson ended up taking the lead as the heel. Like something happened to the referee, and then he kicked Brock in the balls.
Yeah.
And then it was like that's the reason why I liked it so much because it was that rare instance where you see 2 bad guys actually fighting each other, and it was great storytelling because here's Brock supposed to be the bad guy, and then here's Bryan Danielson. That was at the beginning of his Captain Planet movement or whatever he was doing.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
that was good.
So that was why I loved it so much. I'm pretty sure the AJ match bangs too, but that's just my
I'm
opinion.
gonna have to go back and watch. I haven't watched it. I don't think I've watched that Danielson match since.
Yeah.
I know I've watched that AJ match.
It's a good one. You know what? I watched the Survivor Series one where Gunther eliminated Drew, or Drew eliminated Gunther, where it was like Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Till this day, that's one of my favorite ones.
Oh yeah, that Survivor Series was good all around when they did all three of them, right?
That's the one where they was pushing NXT real hard, right?
Yeah, that was a dope one. Yeah, Roman versus Keith Lee. Boy, did we get spoiled with that one? That was a great ending to that one.
We did.
We got really spoiled with that one.
I thought they were going to push Keith Lee to the moon, and then they didn't.
They did. But he got
did
COVID.
NXT, but
he got COVID, so that stopped everything, and then you start going to different directions, and it's kind of hard to circle back.
Yeah, then he had a heart thing, so it was just because of COVID. But I thought they were gonna because that Rumble too, where he squared off against Brock in the Rumble. Mm-hmm. So if COVID wouldn't have happened, Keith Lee would probably still be there. So yeah, I guess moving on to Raw. Caught up on this morning. So Seth Rollins wins his qualifying match against AJ Styles. Sorry, I'm reading a text from somebody. Stop it. We can't help you're freezing. Well, yeah, so Seth Rollins wins his qualifying match against AJ Styles. He's in Money in the Bank. There was a very weird segment to end the show. Did anybody catch that?
Oh, boy. Yeah.
So I'll let somebody take that.
I don't know why they ended the show. I think that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
What happened?
Watching it, I feel like Rollins back to just.
So the closing segment of the show was Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory in a pose down, which would have been good about an hour prior.
Yeah.
They probably should have put the show with Seth and AJ. I guess they wanted to get a lead into the 9 o'clock. I guess is why they. Sorry, Hirsch, are you okay? Is something wrong?
A pose down?
It was a pose down. Oh,
two grown men flexing on TV.
They had 3 poses. They did 3 poses. Obviously, Bobby Lashley won because he's the face. But the closing 30 seconds of the show was Austin Theory spraying.
What did he do? What did he do?
The closing, basically, so Bobby's celebrating his win, and then Austin Theory says there's one pose you haven't done, and then proceeds to squirt. Sorry, Bryce, chill out, man. So he proceeds to squirt baby oil
on
Lashley's face, and then just gives us a drop kick, and then we go off the air.
I just want to say I told you guys last week that Austin Theory was better than MJF. And that right there, that's just money. Like
it wasn't. It wasn't money,
bro. No, that's not money. Not the show.
Well, wait, it's so stupid that it worked.
It didn't work. Who did it work for?
It worked.
For who?
For everybody. You know why? Because you're like, that was the stupidest thing in the world. But now you want to watch next week.
No, I don't.
Bro, no. Not because of that.
I only want to see Alliance next week. That's it.
Yeah,
bro, we're not watching because of that. Not because
this
of
didn't work. I don't know why they put this. I've literally no idea why they put this the closing segment of the show. I guess they figured people they're not going to watch anyway. Like, because that big drop off in the third hour, so who cares?
Were they? Now they were against the finals too, right?
On Monday night, yes.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Hey, Game 6 is tomorrow. Who you got? I'm going for the Knicks.
This is a game 6 of the 1977 finals, man. Like,
my man thought Latrell Sprewell was coming out.
Willis Reed is not walking through that door.
That's what I was about to say. Here come Willis Reed.
The greatest Knicks. Bro, you about to do like the Justice League, the greatest Knicks ever assembled?
But
I hope so.
Nobody, they've got to figure this they've got to figure this Austin Theory thing out. This isn't working. And Cena's supposed to be back in 2 weeks.
Monday after next.
2 weeks.
So, I don't understand how they're going to get off unless they have a blow-off match with Lashley. Either they have a blow-off match with Lashley before Cena gets back and they set that up, or they just do a triple threat. But Lashley needs to be out of the way.
No, that's what I was about to say. I think they're about to put the belt on Lashley on the same night Cena returns. That'll be essentially his return to cost Theory that match, and then we'll just get the Theory Cena match without the belt. That way, John can actually win without being Intercontinental champ. I mean, being U.S. champion.
This is back-to-back weeks. Bryce is coming up with spectacular booking ideas that make sense. This is back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
You know what we said? That's such good. You know what?
But yeah, that makes sense. But it was just they've got a week to figure it, 2 weeks to figure it out. I don't know. That closing segment was disturbing and troubling.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. Like, once I looked at Raw, I'm like, okay. And then I saw like the lower third come up, and I'm like, oh, that's the end of the show?
Yep.
Like, I was glad Raw was over because it was kind of hard to watch it. But, like, that was such a joke for a main event. It was funny. I thought it was, like, heel-wise, okay, it gave Theory something to do for a week to delay, this beatdown. But ultimately, that's not a main event segment. It was funny. But, like, not for the right reasons. It's funny because it was just a stupid segment. Like, I could just see Vince in a meeting, just like, we want to see him pose. And, like, well, how you going to end this segment, Vince? With baby oil.
Because that's funny. You get it. He sprays it in the guy's eyes.
And then everybody in there is just quiet. Like, are we actually doing this? So you just like that. Like that. In his eyes.
Yo,
and then
James,
he gives him a drop kick and
light skin. Don't do that, James. Don't do that. You light skin. Don't do that. It looks real weird.
Bro, it's a kid's show.
Yo, don't do
that. So other stuff on the show. Becky, it's gonna be Becky and Oscar next week to see who gets in.
Bro, I was so afraid. I was like, they're about to run back this 24/7 match. I was so nervous.
I had actually fast forwarded until I saw Becky get out the ring, and then I was like, okay, well, they're not doing this.
Like, I thought they were about to either have her win that for, like, her quest for gold, or, like, somehow she just loses again. And I'm like, no. This has to be, like, a 1 week, never to be spoken of, like, we're not going to touch this again.
Right.
But, yes, I'm so glad for how it turned out to see what she ended up doing.
All right. And then there was a Bianca Judgment Day segment where Rhea was cutting some weird promo.
Sure.
That was a thing that happened. So yeah, that's pretty much the week in wrestling as we see it.
No way, Kevin Owens lost.
In a throwaway match.
Yes. And we get the return of Elias this week, apparently.
Yo, if Damian Sandow come out on my mama, it's over. It's over. I swear. If he come, Damian Sandow come out, it's over for everybody. Dylon. I swear, it's over.
Hey, if he come back, I'll lose it.
Greatest moment.
Is that a rumor? Because you're not the only person I've heard say that.
Aaron Rex, whatever his name.
They can pull it off. I don't know how, because I don't think that dude can sound like Elias.
He also can't grow.
He ain't got to sound like him.
Well, you can do voiceover.
There you go.
Yeah, I do just want to say one thing. That whole count out loss was, I don't know if anybody noticed this, but like the referee was at like 5 or 6. And then, Elias, what's his name? Ezekiel, whatever he's supposed to be. My man got out the ring and broke the referee's count and then got right back in the ring, and the referee kept counting.
I did not notice that at all.
I did not notice that.
They said on commentary. No, they brought it up on commentary that they said, if I'm what is he? If I'm Ezekiel here, I would just stay in the ring, try to get a count out. And then he got out the ring, and the referee goes 5, 6, 7, and then just counts him out. And I'm like, really? You really couldn't have just like restarted, had him do something real quick, and then get back in the ring? But yeah, I thought that was a funny moment that my man got out the ring for absolutely no reason.
Elias is still going to Elias.
Yes.
In the words of Cody Rhodes, he told a story like with Ted DiBiase Jr. He was like, that ref tried to screw on me.
And on that note, this has been the King of Dysfunction show, episode 3. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on IG, Twitter, all that good stuff. Thank you for everybody who watched last week.
Yes, thank you so much to all of the subscribers, the new subscribers. Deeply appreciated. The Twitter be popping. It's, Twitter's dope. No comment.
And
friendly show.
I'm gonna give Hirsch the last word, but anybody, James, Price, anything else to say?
Hey, can't wait to watch AEW Dynamite this week. Let's see what happens.
Said no one ever. Bryce.
What? No, people be excited. No, I just want to say, hey man, make sure y'all drink water, stay hydrated out here. Put the alcohol down or take a break. Get some water. Hydrate yourself.
Bryce, you want to tell people where they can find you?
Where they can find me? No. I ain't a hard man to find, but I ain't gonna help you find me.
That's just a running bit. I'm trying to get you to say that's all you need to know. And
here we go.
Isaiah, if you're not Frozone right now, you want to go ahead and finish, just count us out?
Okay, I just want to give a special shout out to our producer, Siobhan. Thank you so much for all that you do.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. You is hands down one of the dopest people. Thank you for tolerating all 4 of our different personalities. Thank you to everybody that follows us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook will be coming soon. We'll let Milk Band be in charge of that.
All right.
Just thank you for everybody who has liked, subscribed, and who follows us. We take everything we do, try to take it as serious as possible. Just 4 individuals trying to make a difference. And got something cool coming up in the works. Can't really talk too much about it, but we got a lot of cool things coming up that we're going to be doing in the city. These 3 look lost, like, oh, he got to know a weird idea. Yeah, I do. But yeah, thank you, everybody.
Because you're frozen.
Good night.
Your name's getting changed next week to Frozone. All right, I'm trying to wait for him to come back, but maybe
I'm
he's
here,
not.
stupid.
But so we can see you though.
I can see you, but I can't. I hear
I think
your
he's
voice,
back
but
now.
I'm here. What do you want from me?
I want you to freeze.
What the hell? I'm not freezing. I paused. I stuttered.
No, man, you're literally froze on the screen, bro.
I'm fat and I stutter. What do you want?
Bro, this ain't got nothing to do with that.
Good night, everybody.
Everybody have a good night. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you for joining.
Gotta be my